سعدنا أن يكون معنا اليوم سعادة آرثر ماتلي سفير الاتحاد السويسري لدى دولة الإمارات. Good morning, Your Excellency. Great to have you here.
Good morning, Hala. Thank you so much for having me. Beautiful sunny morning, or wherever the people are. Good evening or good afternoon.
Amazing. I know you had a very busy day and week, I think. And thank you for making time for us. Your Excellency, it's always very nice sometimes when we pursue our dreams and leave to other countries, pursue job opportunities, careers, all of that. But this sometimes comes with a challenge as an expat to countries, to coming to a new country where we need support, we need to feel we belong to the new country we are in. We need also to preserve our identity sometimes in a foreign environment. What support the Swiss community is given in the UAE, how they preserve their identity to feel, they are in their second home in a way.
I think Swiss people as general, they grow up a little bit multicultural.
Yes.
Not as much as here, but if I look into the statistics, we have in Switzerland 25% of foreigners, yes, which is one of the highest percentage in Europe. So we are getting used,
Yes.
And we are a tourist destination.
Yes.
So we are also used to see different faces, different colors, different accents on the street.
Sure.
And then also internally in our country, we have 4 different languages.
Yeah.
We get educated at least in 2-3 languages, perhaps.
Yeah, impressive.
So I think somebody coming from Switzerland, he will feel quite comfortable here in the Emirates, yes, except one thing, the temperature.
Yeah, exactly. That's why during the hot weather, they escape back to the country, which is beautiful.
True.
You have beautiful destinations. Are you planning to travel soon, escaping the heat weather?
I dream to just to plunge into a cool Swiss lake, just to get a little bit refreshed.
Amazing, amazing. Your Excellency, the diplomatic relations between United Arab Emirates and Switzerland had so many milestones. And it's actually continued to thrive, to increase in success, and all of that. Like there's continuous work and effort towards that. What do you do to maintain and sustain the success? At the same time, it's not easy. Diplomatic relation is not about attending events or just being a spokesperson. It's way deeper than that. What do you do as well to overcome any challenges, if there are?
I think the diplomatic mission commands you to be aware of what happened in the past.
Yes.
To be respectful, to build on that. And then at the same time also to come with new and fresh look and with new energy, perhaps also with new experiences from other destinations. And then to continue building bridges.
Yes.
And we are today in a totally different situation than 51 years ago, where the head of mission and ambassador at that time, he had no internet. There was really still these beautiful papers that you would send and you would
Yes.
wait for weeks to get instructions.
Exactly.
So today we are in a totally different world.
Yes, absolutely. And I think the relations goes back to 51, 52 years. You were telling me before we start, 1973, between both nations.
1971, actually.
Wow,
yes.
Impressive.
So interestingly, when the Swiss government was anticipating the founding of this nation, already in anticipation they took a decision, said this will happen.
Yes.
And we want to be among the very first to recognize also and to resume diplomatic relations with the Emirates.
Wow. Your Excellency, I think lots of what you've said about the relations and to foster this continuous dialogue, there's lots of probably mutual agreements, mutual projects, or talents there coming here or here going to Switzerland. There's this mutual, interaction. In different domains, we see it in shipping, we see it in investment, we're seeing in innovation, in technology, in science, and many more. How can you describe all of that?
You're right. There are different phases of this relation. At the beginning, I think there was a lot of technological transfer. It was also the finance sector coming. But today, the economies are so diverse.
Yes.
And we are facing today totally new challenges. Let's take everything which is green energy, green transition, climate change. we have today all the qualities of dialogue. We have to sit down. We have to find together also solutions.
Yes.
And today, many of the global issues we can't solve alone. We really need alliances. We have to find common grounds of few agendas. And this commands really that we listen and understand what the other can chip in as solutions.
Yeah, absolutely. You have actually things which actually strike me and which is successful, for example, education. Yeah. What can you tell us about education, like mutual interest between both nations?
You will be surprised, in the Swiss education system we have something which is sometimes difficult to understand. We don't have many university graduates.
Yes.
And it's like a paradox, because when it comes to patents, registered patents per person in the world, we are number one.
Yes.
When you come to the innovation index, which country is the most innovative?
Yes.
Since more than 10 years, we are number one. So how comes that you don't have so many academics, but so innovative? So then you have to zoom into our education system to understand that it's like a Swiss watch. You have few wheels which are bigger, which make a little bit more noise, and then the others. So it's really this synchronization, like a Swiss watch.
Yes.
That this is our education system. And one hand goes to the other hand. Yes. And socially, interestingly, for us, it doesn't matter whether you are a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer. What matters in Switzerland is whatever you do, whether you are really good. Wow. So the striving for excellence, whether you are a carpenter, a plumber or a carpenter who is really good, he will be spoken in the family. They will say, oh, he is really good. So what we like is really simply excellence and not university graduates.
Yes. So a person is respected to whom he is or she is for the talents, for the...
Exactly. Wow. So we are very much talent-driven.
Impressive. Yeah. Also, I know you were telling me there are projects about food and nutrition between both nations.
True. This is, of course, everybody knows about Swiss chocolate.
Yes.
It's one of the best in the world. We agree. But we go beyond that.
Yes.
So we have created something in Switzerland called Food and Nutrition Valley. And imagine we spend all public and private money together. When it comes to research of new food and nutrition, we spend 7.2 million Swiss francs per day in researching better performances, better nutrition, whether this is in the land, in the field, whether this is in the processing, whether this is in the packaging, whether this is the delivery. We are just trying to understand all that better and to optimize it, to make it more meaningful for the next generation.
Yes. And Your Excellency, Switzerland, I know it doesn't need marketing or propaganda for people to visit. It's Switzerland. By itself, it's attractive. But for you, I'm curious to know, what's your top things to do in Switzerland, or top things you like about Switzerland for people watching us and want to visit Switzerland? What's your advice as a wrap-up for our conversation?
What I recommend to everybody is to take the Swiss train. Because we have a fantastic public transportation.
Yes.
So you don't have any hassle. You don't have to rent a car. If you want to rent a car, you rent a car. That's fine.
Yes.
But I think the experience, especially coming from here, on the app, you just put 2 destinations from the airport, Zurich or Geneva, and then your destination, and it gives you all the public transportation that you can take.
Wow.
And it functions, and we have, at any given moment, you have a destination, so you don't have to miss a train. Even if you miss the train, in 20 minutes you have the next, or even in 10 minutes you have the next.
Yes.
So it's, again, the Swiss watch. It's really functioning, and people, they are surprised when they are coming that we have such a good public transportation.
Yes.
And that's an experience in itself.
Absolutely.
And you can go, from the lowest point in Switzerland, which is 193 meters, you can go up to 4,000 meters, and all that, with one subscription, if you want.
Amazing. And your second thing, if I want to go now, what's your advice?
Freshness.
Yes.
Just to breathe the fresh, air there, to jump perhaps into the lake or go up into forest, to have that smell of the pine trees, you know.
Yes.
And just to walk freely. I think that's also this balance. You are close to very good infrastructures,
yes,
but you are at the same time just a walk away from the nature.
It's a detox by itself.
It is.
Yeah,
it
amazing. Is. Your Excellency Arthur Mattli, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.